Hocus Pocus!
In 2022, a new group of teenagers inadvertently light the cursed candle which brings the Sanderson Sisters back to life 29 years after their previous encounter. Only this time, there's a new group of teens out there to stop them from taking over the world? Hey everyone, welcome back to Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Marc Rubalcaba, joined once again by Mr. Abel Pineda. Today we'll be reviewing Hocus Pocus 2, directed by Anne Fleischer.
Well. It looks like the Sanderson Sisters have been summoned once again. Along with a reminder that I too am getting old.
I will have to say, even though they did make the other one 29 years ago, they didn't look that much older.
Yeah, they looked the same. I guess the movie did release in 93, which is, I guess this one was, it would have been about 29 years, man.
I calculated it.
What is it?
It was 29 years. That's
Exactly.
So I've been
I
saying.
thought you said wouldn't be. I was just like, wait a minute, did I listen wrong?
Well, anyway.
But, yeah.
So this movie was directed by Anne Fleischer, also known for her directorial debut, but director of The Proposal.
Oh, I was wondering why this showed The Proposal here. Man.
Yeah, and I only brought it up. Well, I did want to bring it up, but I only brought up this picture. Was it just me, or is Sandra Bullock's body kind of like curvy in a bunch of weird places?
Yeah, it's like they contorted her in post.
This phenomenon also happened during the Nicole Kidman picture of Batman Forever. I feel like her head isn't attached to her shoulders. Type Batman Forever poster Nicole Kidman.
Let's see this here. All right, let's see.
Her head is not attached to her
Whoa, that's weird.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like her head is so much further ahead.
Because I had this poster and it looks like her head is attached to her shoulder.
It looks like they messed up with. Yeah, that is a weird pose on her head and her neck. It's like they couldn't get the lighting right, so they're just like, let's scooch her head up some. It really looks like her shoulder from her right shoulder to her chin is way too far apart.
Yeah, and it may be like, have you ever seen that picture of Joe Biden with the Carters?
No.
They look like, okay, type Joe Biden with
Come on.
You're a photo guy, come on, man.
Joe Biden. Doesn't mean I look up people's photos.
This is a good one.
Joe Biden with
the Carters.
Carters.
That's a good one, too.
Whoa, what is happening here?
It's like a dollhouse.
Looks like someone superimposed giant people on little people. That is so weird, man. Perspective is something.
So these may be perspective, because I don't know. I don't think they actually did chop off Sandra Bullock's body or Nicole Kidman's body.
They just chose a weird angle.
So just shows you what photography can do for you.
Yeah.
By the way, check out the Munsters. Looks great. Good night, folks.
Oh. Just kidding. We're back.
Oh.
Because we have to be.
Oh, my God.
So we're here to review Hocus Pocus 2 because that's a super original title.
Well,
a sequel.
I respected the first one. I got it.
I enjoyed the first one.
I was not a huge fan of it, but I will have to say I didn't make the mistake of watching at least the first act of the first one before watching this one, just to kind of get them back in the groove.
Oh, man.
It is a superior movie in every way whatsoever.
Yeah, and it was made 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's actually got composure and
like the scenes wiped correctly, like the introduction, the pans, everything you would want a made for movie theaters movie to be, not a
Disney Plus
made for
movie.
TV. Yeah, we're gonna call it got Disney Plus hard.
So, and what were the stakes? It made me think. What did they want in the first one versus what they want?
The same thing. To take over Salem to get revenge. That was their thing. That was their shtick, and they followed up with the exact same thing.
Yeah. And as I was writing the synopsis here, I'm like, they wanted to take over the world.
Yeah,
to take over the city,
just over Salem, just a little town.
A little town.
Salem.
I drove through Salem once. It's just an up and down small town.
Yeah, there you go.
In Massachusetts. But like I said, they still look good.
Well, it starts off as an origin story. We forgot to mention that.
So did the first one.
Really?
The first one showed them being hung. Oh, no. Okay.
No. This is an origin story.
Okay.
Carry on.
So the first one actually had stakes in the prologue.
Yeah, I did.
If you'll remember,
I do remember.
It was them in the olden times, 1600 times.
Yeah.
And the lead character, or one of the main characters, who becomes a cat.
Yeah, Thackeray Binks.
They kill his dog. They kill his sister.
Yeah, from the get-go.
From
they
the
take her
get-go.
soul and livelihood, whatever the heck they do.
Because they were old and gamely looking.
Yeah. You're like, sisters, we have to take her soul to get younger.
And then they took the little girl's soul and like killed her. So a little girl died at the beginning of Hocus Pocus.
Of a Disney movie.
Yeah. So that happened.
They Bambied her.
Yeah, there were some hardcore stakes. And I remember the little kid actress was still kind of moving though in the background.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It was 1993.
Yeah, come on. They hadn't invented Ritalin yet.
Coolio was doing crazy things.
Oh.
Sorry. Too soon.
Yeah, it wasn't even. My brain was like, "Is this a good one?" I'm not getting canceled for that one. Anyway, so in this one, it just starts with them being like creepy kids.
Yeah.
And then like
just douchebags, just all around turds, man.
What was their magic trick that they found in the beginning? Like, we found this like magic.
They learned how to make Jello.
Yes, that's what it was.
Yeah, they learned how to make Jello.
Once you grind up hooves and mix it with water, it turns into this gelatiny, goopy stuff.
Like, sounds delicious. I'm like, that sounds gross.
And then they're supposed to marry the preachers. Like the preacher was going to set them up, or the oldest to be married. Then they ran off because they didn't want to get married. They went into the forest and they ran into to Witch Lady.
Yeah, to Master Witch, I guess.
Yeah,
the Sandwich. Lady Panini. She was pressed for time.
Well, we never saw her again, by the way.
I know.
So stupid.
Just like a good sandwich gone before their time.
Sandwich. Okay.
Speaking of sandwiches, I had really good pretzel bun sliders today that I made right before we came to record. It was pretty good.
Oh my God. I went to this.
So much better than this movie.
I know. I went to this one English pub where they had like pretzel sliders.
Dude, pretzel buns are where it is.
Pretzel sliders. And they had like pub cheese.
Oh yeah.
You could dip them in pub cheese.
That's some good stuff, man.
Oh my God.
Some good beer cheese. Can't mess with some good beer cheese.
Oh, it's so good.
It's so good. It looks the color of your shirt. But man, it is delicious.
See Nope, by the way. Great movie.
Yeah, it is. I guess we're getting back to this. So these witches, these sandwiches end up in the... You think that's bad? You ever stub your pinky toe on a sandwich? No, I'm kidding.
Stub your pinky toe on a bed frame is like the worst. Oh my God. Do you ever
at least you have somewhere to fall. Hopefully it's forward.
You ever get like a leg cramp in the middle of the night?
What's up with that? I don't know.
What's up with that? Your body's like, guess what? This is a drill. Yeah, in case you ever get your leg chopped off in the middle of the night.
Man, I don't know how thirsty you are at night when you're going to bed, but I usually have water by my bed.
I do.
I've reached over sometimes. I'm like, back is cramping. I'm trying to avoid this. I was ready for water, not a freaking potassium banana over here.
Oh, this movie.
Oh man, this movie's worse than bed cramps.
I know, man. That's saying something. I think I've had it like.
I'd rather have a calf cramp than watch this movie.
It's happened like 3 or 4 times in my entire life. I remember every minute of it.
Yeah. You're like,
why can't I?
You start laughing like Herman Munster in pain.
It's like, does straightening my leg help? No,
it makes it worse because then your toes start throwing gang signs back at you.
Yeah,
you're like, whoa.
Why is my hand,
the claw? This is my strong hand.
I know. Why are my toes growing?
Your toes start to look like the Sanderson Sisters' teeth, is what I'm saying.
Bette Midler was in this movie.
She's got all the teeth in this one.
Yeah, Coke teeth.
Teeth, capital F.
Sharpen them with a butter knife.
So we're back on it. So apparently this witch, they're in the wood, as they call it.
Yeah.
Woods, as we call it now. They're in the wood. And they meet this witch who's about to eat them, as they had done previously in the previous movie. But she takes a big old whiff of the lead Sanderson guy. I don't even care to say. She
farted real good.
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you smell your stenches of power."
Yeah,
I'm like, that's pretty gross.
Okay, so what happens here is the head witch finds out that they're witches.
Yeah.
And then gives them the Necronomicon, like the book that
the Book of the Dead. It's freaking there.
But they've always had it, so it's like whatever, fine. But they're like, let's open it up. Oh, the spell, the maximum power spell. Yeah. And she's like, whatever you do, don't.
They're like Nissan Maxima. Whoa.
Yeah. Don't do the maximum power spell. It'll like be bad for you.
Yeah.
Promise me never.
And they're like, Book doesn't even like it.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, Book is a thing.
Yeah, Book's alive. Then they smash cut to present day.
Yeah.
I think the first one had the new kid in Salem.
Yeah, from they call them Hollywood.
Yeah, and this one here just starts with a bunch of teens throwing a party.
Yeah, they live there already. They're what would they be called? Salemites?
I don't know. So I figured
Salamis?
They all already live there.
So what they did is they ate a sandwich, but they needed a plot device. So it comes out right from this plot hole area, and right there,
this little area here.
It gets a little messy,
pubic area,
but it's a plot device that you would understand.
Yeah, we'll just put that here.
let's there we go. It stands right there. This is the plot right there.
Okay, so we'll continue to reference this diagram as time goes on.
If you're watching us, you will enjoy this plot device.
You know how they talk about the hero's journey, how it's always like the same, when like he has to learn and leave home and then there's the low point. This is our plot device for every single movie. And what happens is time is a river.
And so what happens when you eat a sandwich, 6 hours go by.
Yeah.
If you're not constipated.
Okay. So
and this movie comes out.
Let me summarize this movie like for realsies here really fast.
Say it.
Okay. Teenage girls have a friend that's no longer their friend because they kind of grew up, right? Mm-hmm. It's her birthday, the main girl, right? It's her birthday. It's her birthday. But her like kind of out on the outs friend is also throwing a Halloween party on her birthday. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. But she doesn't want to go to the party because they do witch things in the forest. Mm-hmm. All right. So the original Sanderson sister house is now a museum of the occult, like it's a magic store.
It's a magician's store.
A magic store where the owner is this dude and he does like magic tricks for people on Halloween or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. And he gives them the candle for her birthday because that's when a witch gets her powers. Ooh. Yeah. And as we know from the first one, the candle is how they get resurrected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So they take these two girls. They take the candle to the woods, light it. Sanderson.
Actually, they don't even light it.
They don't.
They say something, and the candle ignites.
It ignites. It ignites itself. Sanderson Sisters
must have been filmed in California.
Yeah, I know. Forest fires, or some hobos were like cooking above them, and then like a hammer fell down. They were cooking meth.
Grease fires.
They get resurrected and they do a dance number. Were there dance numbers in the first one?
Man, I can't even tell you. I think, it's Disney, so I think they did a little bit of random music. They did have one dance number. That's how they got all the parents to be stuck. Yeah, to be stuck in the dance floor at the school. That's it. That was it.
Okay, so because in this one they had like a thriller thing going.
They did. It was kind of a similar thing.
Yeah.
Except they were actually going through town in this movie. So obviously they summon them now, and there is a dance. There's a dance number that happens.
Okay, wait. We forgot the Reverend. The Reverend was also reincarnated as
the mayor.
As the mayor, who's that other chick's dad. The one they ended up partying with because that's where the party is at the house. The mayor is a total goofball. Just merely trying to emasculate like men like all the time now.
Yeah, like he's like
he
why?
saw a spider. He's like, spider.
It's like you see a spider now, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, I stepped on a black widow the other day.
Yeah, kill them all.
That was kind of scary.
Yeah.
They bite cats.
I killed a brown recluse once.
Yeah, what was he doing?
That was, I don't know, trying to kill me probably.
Reminds me of
he was in my space.
Reminds me of the hobo in front of your house.
Yeah. Lucky I was asleep.
Anyway, so the brown recluse came to Abel's house and tried to break in, but instead polishing his camera.
Clean my camera and reorganize the doormat on my stoop.
Idiot.
Gosh. And wore a mask on its knee. Well, that's something.
It's cold in the knees. Fall's coming because the hobo comes to polish your cameras, your ring cameras.
The knee mask wearing hobo.
All right,
so cleaning out ring cameras.
Okay, so the Sanderson sisters, they want to eat these two little girls or these teenagers, right? Yeah. But then they convince them that there's children at Walmart.
No, they convince them that they're 40-year-olds that look young because I guess they've consumed souls, and they're like, "Oh, where do you find them?" And they're like, "Oh, they bottle them now."
Here's Walgreens handing a giant bag of money to Disney.
Save us now, please.
This movie had like a 15-minute Walgreens.
It was ridiculous.
It was so long.
And it was even lit like a properly dim lit Walgreens.
Yeah.
It was depressing to watch, is what I'm saying.
They just pretty much hung out in the beauty aisle.
Yeah.
And then...
and they lied by saying they sell Roomba knockoffs in there. I have never walked into a Walgreens that sells Roomba knockoffs.
I will have to say that was the only like smart plot device in this movie.
That was pretty funny.
Because I didn't catch it. I was so distraught by watching this the first time. I didn't catch it. That's how they were able to escape later on as the Roombas came and ate it.
Yeah, it was...
Because the Roombas were actually alive at the end.
Yeah, it was...
That's pretty good.
It was something.
Okay, so anyway, they go to the Walgreens. They realize that there's no actual children's souls in the cosmetics department.
Yeah.
So they try to kill them, but then it turns out the main girl's got like witch powers, and she put salt in them and shot the witch power back because they turned the lights off at the Walgreens.
Yeah.
And then they ran off.
Yeah, they got off.
Oh, they went to back to the house, back to the magic store.
Yeah.
Where magic store dude's like, oh yeah, I meant for that to happen because I'm a huge Sanderson.
Because he's a douchebag.
Right?
What a plot twist, douche canoe. He's like, I'm going to endanger the lives of these children and the entirety of the town.
Because when I was a kid, I saw them try to take over the world, and I thought it'd be cool if I did it again.
Yeah, and somebody took my candy.
Yeah.
Get over it, loser. Yeah, they get away from the witches. They show up to the shop, the magic shop, and they tell the magic guy there, whatever the frick his name is, they're like, hey, man, the Sanderson sisters are back. And he's like, oh, ho, 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 ho.
Gilbert.
He's like, twist, 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 plot twist, 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 twist. And they're like, and then we're like, more plot device.
Yeah, so that's
right in there.
Right about here. In the
movie. That's like a missed wipe.
Yeah.
Right there.
Missed wipe. It's
a messy one.
So then the Sanderson sisters realize that the book is there at this place because they was able to turn. They come, they get the book, they curse Gilbert by putting his soul in an hourglass, and when the hourglass is
done, the witches, they curse him.
Get to eat him or something.
Yeah, something, I guess.
And then
he has to complete these tasks for them.
He has to go get a bunch of crap and also bring back Billy the zombie from the first one.
Yeah. And bring his head.
And then they bewitch the two girls into like the basement of the place, and then they get rid of the exit, so they're stuck there.
Yeah.
But they use their new magic powers to escape.
Yeah. She's like Jedi powers.
She does get.
She really does get Jedi powers.
She gets Force lightning at the end.
She does.
Sith lightning.
She's a Sith.
Yeah.
Same.
They go and tell the dad that because the dad they know the sisters are after the dad to kill the bloodline, so they tell the dad that the other girl's having a party at the house, right?
Yeah.
And this movie just kind of goes.
It just goes on. I will say this: I had to watch this movie 4 times to get through it.
A couple of dance numbers. Oh, there's a Halloween party or something.
Yeah.
So the dad goes to shut down that Halloween party.
Yeah, and then they all the dancing people show up and just touch the mayor, and then they just are snapped back in. They're just like, "Oh, hey, we found him. We found the mayor." And then they're like, "Where am I going now?" And that was something. For some reason that happened, and that made zero sense.
It made zero sense because they went home anyway. And that's where they found him.
Yeah.
Because they were after the girl too.
Yeah.
Something. And then they end up taking
we're saying this in chronological order, by the way. We're not making this up.
That's when they put the salt around them and they can't escape. And that's when the Roombas came to life and ate the salt.
Yeah, they saved them. They're like, "Come, my little Roombas."
That was the best part of the movie.
That was pretty good.
And there was a black cat in it every now and again.
Every meow and again.
Yeah. Oh, this movie. I'm just thinking about it actually hurts my brain because we're already like 3/4 of the way in. Like this is the last act now.
Yeah, this is
the last act.
And then she finds out obviously that she's a witch, and
the main girl,
she finds out that she's a witch. So now, whatever,
main girl
probably.
Becca.
And then
she's got a real Zendaya vibe on her.
I thought it was Zendaya for a split second.
Yeah,
I was like, wait a minute,
Zendaya, mistress of the night. Yeah. Didn't we name her Stacy Zendaya?
Oh yeah, because her name is so ridiculous. Like, what are you, Seal?
I know. Right, Madonna.
Whatever.
Zendaya.
So Zendaya too starts running into the forest with her friends, I guess, to go fight the witch. Is that what they do? I'm trying to recall this again.
They took the main girl to the the forest, because that's where, remember the Witch Supreme or whatever told them that's where they get their powers recharged.
Oh, right.
So that's where they were going to do their big, maximum power spell. And Gilbert like took Billy's head. And, like, they were friends for a minute until Billy realized that, oh wait, they've bewitched you. You're in cahoots with them. And he just pulled off his head.
Yeah, he's like, yoink.
Yeah, and like ran off with it. Hijinks ensue.
Yeah.
So they took the head. They got everything they need. The sisters got everything they need to actually complete the spell. They complete the spell.
Yeah.
They actually complete the spell because they get the blood from they don't kill her, but and it turns out the spell requires
sacrifice.
Even though this isn't part of the spell.
Yeah.
You'd think that'd be written in the spell.
Yeah, well, there's a warning, but Winifred Sanderson, the main sister, doesn't read it.
Yeah, she's got no time for warnings.
Yeah, so then she starts seeing her sister, Sarah Sanderson, played
dusted. They get dusted.
They get Thanos. Yeah. They get snapped. So both sisters, Sarah and Mary, start to disappear. And that's when somehow this movie manages to give a soul to a bloodthirsty, child-killing witch. They're like, she's like, I miss my sisters. Is there anything I can't do to have my sisters?
Bette Midler wanted to chew up the scenery real good in that scene.
Yeah, she did, man.
She had it like, me and my sisters, we used to play in the garden.
That steak was a little well done right there.
Yeah, well,
man.
Bravo, Bette Midler, everyone.
Oh, man.
Everyone, Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
See you in 29 more years in another movie.
Gosh. Probably will.
I know, right?
Oh, man.
Sarah Michelle Gellar's, not Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Sarah Jessica Parker. I said the same thing.
Sarah Jessica Parker is cashing in those Sex and the City royalty checks somewhere.
Yeah, she's just like, I just do this movie because I'm bored. And whatever Kathy Najimy's doing.
She's doing the King of the Hill reboot.
Oh, right.
She's Peggy Hill.
There we go. Yeah, she's doing that.
And just going back to, she was also in a Rob Zombie movie. She had a brief...
Really? What?
Oh, no, not Rob Zombie. She was what do you call this? A maid. She was a maid.
I was like, these crickets don't make it any easier to concentrate.
It kind of does.
These are called subtle roasts each other when we're doing stuff. If you haven't already caught on. But so obviously the sisters get dusted.
You know, I replay these and then like I feel like that was like the longest time it took to do this. You know, like when I'm thinking, and then like I'm like, yeah, she was a maid. Yeah. You know, like it's like really fast. Like, really?
Yeah,
wow.
Took you 3 of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they get dusted and then obviously this plot device wouldn't get thick without the sandwich. Mm-hmm. So the witches, the new coven, start doing their coven things, and they're like, we read the spell and read the warning. Mm-hmm. And they're like, please reverse it for me. And so they don't reverse it. Obviously, they dust her as well.
Well, it wasn't like that. It was like, now you can be with them.
Yeah, the way I said it was way better anyway. Yeah. I gave it some action. So he said, now we did a witchy witch spell. So now you can go and twiddle your nose and be with your sister.
And then the movie ended.
Yeah, and then we cut to the after credits, and we see a black cat. Yeah, you did
with a black candle, number 2.
Yeah, number 2, and I was like, "Oh, is that Thackeray Binks?" But obviously, it's not because he was freed from
the curse.
The curse.
Oh, actually, Billy was also freed from the curse when this happened too. So
he got dusted
Billy
as well.
The zombie. He had some good hijinks moments. Yeah. I should have said black candle number 3.
Yeah,
that would have made a little more sense, or at least like chronological.
They were just trying to get rid of the movie already.
And also, when the girls were walking away, that bird that was the Grand Witch it's following them.
Oh yeah.
So maybe
the hoagie of the witches.
Yeah,
the lead panini.
The club sandwich, if you will.
The club sandwich.
The bread in the middle of the club sandwich.
The croque monsieur.
Silence!
I'm Julia Childs.
I remember an old Jack in the Box commercial. I call it the club sandwich. Why is there bread in the middle? Silence! Do you know what a club stands for?
Because Big Mac is taken.
Yeah. Nom, 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 nom. Do you know what club stands for?
No, I don't.
Chicken lettuce under bacon.
Oh, no way. My mind is just blown. Do you know what BLT stands for?
Bacon, lettuce, tomato. Do you know what ABLT stands for?
What's this? Avocado?
Avocado bagel.
The best of the kinds.
Oh, there was another one that
man.
I think I learned recently too, but this movie turned my leg is cramping right now.
This movie's so bad. It's making your leg cramp. Oh man, the only sandwiches that are worth having are Jersey Mike's, and have them Mike's way.
Oh, there's one down the street.
Man, it's so good. That's a club number 8.
Down the street, there is now a Jersey Mike's, McDonald's, and the Panda Express.
Man, that is
and an In-N-Out.
Man, yeah, that is the.
Oh, my leg. Charlie was.
This is the fourth wall moment.
I seriously did not expect this. Was it this review I was talking about the cramps?
Yes, Someone sponsor us because we are obviously chock full of comedy.
I'm not joking.
We are. I needed to get to my next part.
Okay, well,
we're literal comedy.
Same movie. What are the stakes?
Oh,
wait,
man.
really? They just want to take over the city?
That's it. That's it. That's it. And the movie ended. So let's get to our letter grades before this guy cramps his whole body in half.
Oh, right. What's wrong with me? I don't know what to do.
I had nothing else, but now I'm craving a sandwich.
Yeah. Sandwich will help.
All right, so let me get to my grade.
All right, go ahead.
I'm over this thing. I gave this one a resounding D for a dumb conundrum here.
Yeah.
This was a made-for-TV movie, unlike the original. For the life of me, I could not get through this movie. It took me a solid 4 times to do so. I had such high hopes for this sequel, and if you guys recall, I could not stop talking about it during our Shop Talk episodes. That it just didn't deliver, which really bummed me out. It nearly bastardized a movie I hold near and dear to my spooky season. If this movie had to stay true, or if this movie had stayed true to its roots and didn't try to be a with the times movie, it could have been so much better. Too bad. It's a hard pass.
Yeah, I remember you were stoked about it. Yeah. I remember you're stoked about it, and a lot of people were too.
Yeah.
So I don't really talk to a lot of people since it came out because it's kind of a new movie, but I'm going to give it a C because Hocus Pocus 2 is just a passable and easy watch. The big issues is it brings nothing new to the table. Just another mediocre straight-to-streaming rehash. Mm-hmm. So I would say skip it too, but it's not as bad as some movies that we saw recently that were straight-to-streaming rehashes. Ironically, also on Disney+. That may or may not rhyme with Shmomomokopo. I'm in agonizing pain right now.
Yeah.
But remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell notification, do what you can. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. Oh, it hurts so bad. I mean, they're casting a witch spell on me. Like, we're gonna give them a leg cramp now. But what is the deal with leg cramps?
I don't know, man.
Am I dehydrated? I drink a lot of water.
Have potassium.
More
you need
bananas?
potassium. Yeah. Have some potassiam. Get some vitamins in there.
Vitamins?
You need vitamins, old man.
It feels like someone is stabbing the back of my leg.
Yeah, you need vitamins.
What is that?
And stretching.
I
stretch every single day, man.
I don't know. Well, anyway, that has been our hot take on Hocus Pocus 2 for Clubhouse Movies Podcast. I'm your host, Marc Rubalcaba for Mr. Abel Pineda. We'll catch you next time.